What's up, everybody? My name's Adrian. Just want to come on here and show you guys my 2007 Coupe Supercharged Civic. When I first got this car, I had a shit ton of questions. Is it reliable? What kind of mileage am I going to get? What kind of maintenance upkeep things do I need to worry about? I've had plenty of SIs, none of them were boosted. So I knew the reliability of them. The realm I was not familiar with was the realm of forced induction on these K-Series cars. Little by little, I have been focusing on fixing it up, making it a reliable and fun car. More so fun. So, making these videos for those of you that are coming on here thinking about possibly supercharging your car, your Civic, and what you can expect. Let's take a tour. So, quick rundown. It is a stock sealed K20. Car has about 155,000 miles on the motor, and it is still strong and healthy. So quick rundown on the car. It has got a Comtech Racing blower on it. I believe the model is an M62, so they're older versions. Not a big blower, small blower. I think they're good for up to 400, which is where I would assume the car is. Hasn't been on a dyno. It is street tuned by Derek Robinson. Shout out to Derek. The man is an absolute wizard with these cars. He also tuned my FK8 when I had it. It's got a Skunk 2 racing intake, which has been modified to fit. Used to sit way down in the wheel well down there, and I cut it so it had space to fit the liners in there, because when I got it, the fender liners weren't in. A bunch of shit kept getting kicked up into the engine bay and hitting the wheel wells and all that stuff. So it's got a Skunk 2 alpha header, and I believe it's a Q300 exhaust with the bent tip. First thing I did when I bought it is a full detail. I gutted the car, took the carpet out, dyno matted the floorboard, the trunk, extracted the carpets, extracted the seats. I did a two-step correction on the car, and then I ceramic coated it. Now, cosmetically, the car's not perfect. It's got some imperfections, but it's an 07. What do you expect? RPF1s all the way around, wrapped in the Federal RSRRs. And for those of you wondering, because I know it'll get asked in the comments, 235/40/17. It's got the HFP, OEM HFP body kit on it. And let me tell you, this car is fun. Battery has been relocated to the trunk, which I'll show you guys later because I have a bunch of parts in there. It's got a aftermarket reservoir, and then the aftercooler with this tiny ass, basically useless reservoir tank. It is going in early next month for a very much larger cooling system for the blower, and I'm super excited for that. Give you guys a little look inside. Nothing fancy, pretty simple. A little dirty right now, but one couple things I'm working on is I gotta fix that center console. The back piece broke. Thinking about, oh, it's not this side, it's the other side, but all-weather mats, dash mats, you can see a little out of place. Aftermarket head unit. Got the Acuity 3-way short shifter in it. Pretty simple stuff. This door panel is one I was thinking about replacing or redoing because you can see there it's kind of popping up off of that. Yeah, let's take it for a drive. Alright folks, I tried to do this video yesterday, but for some reason my camera recorded in slow motion with no audio, so here we are. And of course, today it's raining like hell. So anyways, this is the first time I'm gonna drive this car in the rain, and I'm gonna do it with you guys. The reason I haven't done it prior is because of the air filter that I explained earlier in the video being so close to the wheel well. I was terrified of it sucking up some water if I hit a puddle or whatever the case may be. It just wasn't worth it, so I was just taking my truck around. But now I've got the fender liners in after modifying the intake, and we are ready to take it for a spin. I hope you guys can hear me because the car is semi-loud, good amount of road noise, mainly because of the tires. They are the Federal RSRRs, and they are noisy, which I regret getting them, but next time around I'm probably going to go with some Nittos or some Toyos. But yes, the mic does usually a pretty good job about filtering out some outside noise and BS, so here we go. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a pull, but that ain't gonna happen because first and second gear are useless when it's dry. Can't imagine when it's wet. Now, this video of driving was meant to be to talk about the drivability of the car, right? It being full bolt-on ethanol with a blower. Again, this is a smaller blower, but still, I wanted to give you guys an idea as to if you're going to do this to your car, what can you expect? Overall, when I first got this car, I hated driving it. I would literally leave it at home because I did not want to drive it. And the main reason was because of how it was set up. I bought it with 2200cc, I believe it's AUS injectors, and it was tuned by a local tuner out here at Exact Dyno. His name's Tim. Might be a good tuner. I have had horrible luck with him. I've had 3 cars tuned by him, and never did they run properly. So that is how I found Derek at IMW, and the very first log I got from him, not a revision, just the very first file he sent me, the car no longer idled rough, it didn't surge, and it didn't bog at lower speeds. So, oh shit. So now it's got 1300 IDX injectors, and I'm telling you, this car is extremely smooth. For being what it is a very comfortable driving experience, minus of course it being lowered, but overall the suspension setup it has is pretty solid. And I have a lot to thank Robbie for at We Don't Lift Racing. They're out in Tempe. If you're in Arizona and looking for some work to get done, quality work, and honest people to work with, I would say that is the shop you want to go to. As I mentioned before, next month it's going in for some more suspension upgrades and the larger capacity air-to-water system. Now, the majority of my drive is city driving, and I only get, on ethanol, I get about 17 to 20 miles to the gallon. Now, 20 being the absolute top, and I've had some lower days, but that was with me having a little too much fun with it. I've only done a few highway trips where I think I got like 23 to 25 on 91. If you've got a solid setup, you took your time to research the parts you want to throw at your car, you took your time to research the tuner you want to trust with the investment you've made into the car, you're going to have a comfortable, reliable car that's fun to drive. Now, I'm not going to be able to cover absolutely every bit of information that somebody's going to want in this video. So if there's specific information you're looking for in regards to this particular setup, feel free to leave it in the comments, send me a message, and I'll do my best to maybe document something to answer your questions or make a full-length video to go in-depth on whatever it is that you want to know. I do hate driving this car on leg days. It's got a stage 4 comp clutch, and on leg days, it is not fun. One thing I was having an issue with before was kind of, I guess how it sat. I was rubbing my rear tires on the fenders when I'd hit certain bumps, and I think it still happens occasionally. But I don't really want to go much higher in the rear because then it's going to have that weird lean in the front. I do want to start occasionally tracking the car. Not to just be a racer, but just to enjoy the car, right? I feel like this car would do great, especially with the upgraded cooling system it's going to get for the blower. I think it would be a super fun to take out on a road course and beat it. The car is sitting on BC racing coilovers, which I think are great. They are set to the stiffest setting that there is. And the reason I did that was because of the rubbing that I had in the back. I had tightened them, I had stiffened them up, and I haven't adjusted them since. So I'm sure I could have a more comfortable ride, but I've been driving lowered cars the majority of all of my adult life, and even in some of my, pre-adult. When I was 16, I think I had my first lowered vehicle, and it was a Honda Accord. So I'm used to it by now. It doesn't bother me. One of the things that I've also done that I was very, very happy with was the clutch master cylinder and the slave cylinder. I was having issues where anything over about 7,000 RPMs, it would lock me out. So I couldn't power shift into the next gear. And quite frankly, it just wasn't a smooth shift. So I had Ravi at We Don't Lift Racing swap both of those parts out. And my goodness, it felt like a totally different car. That's one of the best things I've done. Aside from switching the tuner on the vehicle, that right there made it feel like a whole nother car, and it was absolutely phenomenal. So if you're having that issue, my understanding is the factory ones are made of plastic. They break easily, and something to do with the bypass valve. So I went with the hard motion kit. Don't look back. I'm curious to know how you guys do your city driving. City driving, I like to be anywhere from 5 to 10 maximum over the speed limit. As long as I'm flowing with traffic. If I'm kind of zooming past traffic, I'll slow down just to make sure I don't attract any attention. But I usually don't I don't go into 6th gear unless I'm over 55. You guys like to go into 6th gear? Do you guys keep it in 5th, 4th? I'm super curious to know how you guys handle your guys' driving. Clearly, highway, I'm always in overdrive, but your city driving, I usually take it up to 4,000 before I shift, unless I can gauge that I need to shift a little bit sooner, or I need a little bit more acceleration to get, whatever the case might be. It's this case-by-case scenario, but usually 4,000 RPM shift. I try not to ever get into boost unless I, want to do some spirited driving or need the acceleration. But yeah, let me know what you guys do when it comes to your daily driving in the city. And if you do plan on going blower, even a centrifugal one, my truck has got a Procharger on it. It's a centrifugal supercharger. And that thing, it's super important you guys keep up on maintenance. A lot of people don't realize that you have to maintenance a supercharger, which was one of my concerns when I bought the car, right? How much maintenance do I have to do? Fortunately, these Eaton style blowers, there's not a lot of maintenance. Every 60,000 miles, you got to go in, pull it off, change the fluids, and that's it. It is a good amount of work, not something I trust myself to do. I would pay a professional to do that, is very well versed. The way I see it, man, is I want to enjoy my car. I don't want to be the one to fuck it up. if somebody's gonna fuck it up, I want to hold them accountable. Hey, listen, I paid you to do this. You messed this up. Make it right. That's the way I see it. Because if I fuck something up on this car, it's on me. I'm the idiot that decided to go in there not being 100% mechanically inclined. So I took it to him because I had no idea if the previous owner even ever touched the blower. And to my suspicion, he pulled it off and said that thing was filthy. But it was still very healthy, no play in any of the rotor shafts. So I was happy to hear that. I had him change it. And realistically, I will probably have it changed every 30 to 40,000 miles. If I even keep the car that long. Because that's a decent amount of miles. I would say that's 2 to almost 3 years of driving. Some people are savages, man. Driving stupid fast in the rain. I don't get it. Watch me do a pull. Just kidding. I would say when it stops raining, definitely take it out. Give you guys a couple of videos of pulls of this POV and maybe one here from the sunroof so you can see the speedometer. Like I mentioned, I would assume I'm somewhere around 400. My butt dynos makes it feel like I'm somewhere around 400 horse. Torque is trash, but I mean, that's kind of how these Hondas are. Oh, somebody just got pulled over right in front of us. Probably for not respecting a school zone speed limit. Got caught by the one time, homie. Damn, that's that same motherfucker that I was saying when I said that. When I made that comment about people driving fast as hell in the rain, that's the guy that just got pulled over. Oh, that's funny. Sucks for him, funny for me. So normally I'd be at work by now, but I had a doctor's appointment this morning, so I'm actually going to hop on the highway because there won't be traffic. I'm the kind of person that will drive an extra 5 to 10 minutes and get worse fuel mileage to not have to sit in highway traffic.
I hate that shit with a passion.
I don't know if the camera will pick up any of the whine. I can hear it pretty well from in here once I pass like 4,000 RPMs. But I don't know if the mic will get it. Hopefully you guys got at least a small sound clip of it. For those of you saying you were just talking about going fast in the rain, I think I hit 75 miles tops when I let off. Yeah, so at this point I'm kind of just rambling on. I would love to know what kind of information you guys would like to know. Again, I'm really kind of tailoring these videos towards those people that are considering putting a blower on their Civic, or even have a stock Civic right now, whether it be an SI or not an SI, and they're thinking about modifying their car, right? I'd like to know, what questions do you have? What information are you looking for to make an educated decision on your end? I'd love to be an advocate or a guinea pig, if you will, to the ideas that you have. Let me know how I can be an advocate to you, and I would be more than happy to serve you with some information. Now you want to go. And guys and girls, when I say guys, I mean guys and girls, whatever. Doesn't bother you, eat a dick. Guys, this is going to be my first video like this, vlogging style about my car. The sequence of information you're going to get is going to be all fucked up. It's not going to be in order. It's going to be randomly misplaced. One second I'm talking about tuners. Next I'm talking about how you guys shift, how many RPMs. So bear with me. I will learn some structure as I go. But if you guys like the content, if you've gotten some information you found useful, I would appreciate it if you like the video, maybe subscribe, share it to someone else, share it to some Civic forums, you know, whatever. Any exposure is good exposure. Yep, spinning. Useless. Those little tidbits right there, I'm just trying to get you guys a sound clip of the whine, because quite frankly, that is my favorite thing about this fucking car, is the whine. And I would say about a week ago, 2 weeks ago almost, I went on to the Civic Performance Tech Talk page on Facebook, and I talked about possibly buying a Subaru and selling this. And the amount of people that told me to not do it and just go turbo was immense. And a turbo sounds great, but the whine, magnifico. I whine. Now I pray when I get home, this video recorded properly, because I'm gonna be pissed. I'm about to drift this corner right here. There's a Mustang in this area, 5.0 gray one. Always be looking at me funny and shit. Like he's trying to get it. I'm just kidding, that car will probably wreck my shit. Especially if it's a 10-speed and it's got any mods. Those 5-speeds are fucking nasty, bro. Simple bolt-ons, E-tuned, 10-speed, dunzo. If you guys like trucks too, I've got an 18 Sierra crew cab, a Z71, full bolt-on blower. It's got a 7-inch McGaughy's lift on it on 35s, 456 gears. I am slowly building that one too. This one I bought, I've been fixing. That one I bought, but I'm building. So I bought a stock truck about a year ago next month, and I've done quite a bit to it to get it to my liking. Still got more to go. Alright guys, that's it. I'm here at work, so the video's over. Again, if you like what you saw, if you got some good information, please don't hesitate to like, subscribe, share, and I would appreciate that tremendously. Till next time, I look forward to seeing you guys' comments about what kind of information I can provide for you. And that's it.